Can you hear me? No. Now you can hear me probably.
Yeah, I hear you very well. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
good. That's good.
Yeah, I saw when you connected the audio at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So, how have you been?
Very good. Very good. Everything is fine. Yep. Resting a
Mazgan,
little bit.
can you turn the phone sideways so it can be a bigger screen? Do you hear me, Mazgan? Do you hear me? So you need to, connecting. Yeah,
He's connecting. Yeah.
Yeah. I must have been very tired, I'm just studying wrong time for the YouTube.
Қасымызда отыра тұрса сен Hi, Engin. How are you?
Hello. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. My speaks normal, da?
Yeah, everything is okay. Yeah. Just
Yep.
need to maybe a little bit speak louder, a little bit maybe.
Yes.
Where is Kydirgali?
Kydirgali here, he is coming.
Yeah, Kydirgali is probably saying, I'm the champion, I'm gonna come the last. Let Michael come first. I'm joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can you make the camera a little bit closer or not?
What?
Can you bring the phone a little bit closer to you or no?
Okay. This is normal.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
You can turn to yourself too. We would like to see you too. Such a world champion, Mazgan Shamiev.
Thank you very much. Those are normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
You can also
Okay.
turn a little bit yourself as well. It's okay. We can see you as well. Maybe I talk with you as well. Yeah. It's better, yeah. Maybe more. So Michael said he may be late a few minutes. He said 3 to 5 minutes he may be late. So let's start. Pablo. Before John Berzing match, we also had a podcast with Kydirgali, and the translation wasn't like so clear. So we decided that maybe this time you help us.
Sure.
So can you ask him how has he been during the WAF? He won the left arm, and before right arm he got like something like food poisoning or something. And how has he been, since then?
Since WAF? And since WAF?
Yeah.
Kydirgali, привет, меня Паша зовут. По-русски ты хорошо говоришь, понимаешь, да? Да. Слушай, он спрашивает на WAF, когда ты выступал, ты левую руку выиграл, а потом с правой что-то там случилось, что ты отравился или что там произошло?
Привет, Паша. Я на правую руку очень температуру поднимал что-то, заболел, не мог подниматься.
Ага.
Поэтому...
Заболел, да?
Да, заболел.
Но это не еда, а ты просто простудился, заболел, как простуда, да? Okay. Yeah, Engin, he just got sick. He had a very high temperature and he couldn't get up. It just was a normal, sickness. No food poison, just sickness.
Oh, it wasn't food. Okay. He got cold then, probably.
Yes.
Okay. And how is his shape right now? Is his shape better than the time that he pulled against John Brzezinski?
Ну, спрашивают, в какой ты форме сейчас, или твоя форма лучше, чем та форма, которой ты боролся с Джаном Брзенк, или как оценишь форму свою?
Да, сейчас, сейчас Саша лучше, когда с Джоном Брзенком боролся.
Чем с Джаном. Okay. Yeah, Engin? Now his form is better than when he was pulling John Brzezinski.
I understand. Yeah. And stylistically, does he see Michael more or less dangerous than John? It doesn't have to be stylistically. Like generally, does he expect a harder match, or same difficulty, or easier match? How does he see?
Kydirgali, как ты оцениваешь этот матч, предстоящий с Майклом? Ты думаешь, что он будет тяжелее, чем с Джаном Брзенк, или легче?
Не знаю, Джон тоже очень не сильно сложно был с Джоном тоже. Не знаю, смотрим, что тоже сильный спортсмен, Майкл. Не знаю, что покажет.
Okay, да, я переведу. Yeah, he cannot answer for sure. He said, yeah, with John it was not easy, but Michael is a very good sportsman, so he cannot tell if it's gonna be harder, but it's gonna be hard too.
It's gonna be hard, but he doesn't know it's gonna be harder or not.
Yes, he doesn't know.
And another one, how does he see his chances?
Как ты оцениваешь свои шансы с Майклом, ну, в процентах там, на сколько процентов ты думаешь, ты можешь выиграть или проиграть?
Я не могу ничего говорить, но я подготовлюсь очень хорошо. В форме сейчас уже готов уже бороться. Сейчас только надо бороться только.
Okay. He said he cannot give any predictions percentile in the chances wise, but he said that his form is very good. He's ready, and he said, yeah, that's it. It needs to be on the table right now. That's it.
He said that he's ready. Of course,
Yes.
He's coming to win. Yeah, and if he wins, who does he want to pull next? If he wins.
Окей. Kydirgali, если ты выиграешь, с кем следующим хочешь бороться?
Я хочу, не знаю, как будет, но я Ларата хочу.
Ларата хочешь? Okay, yeah. If he will win, he wants Devon Larratt.
Okay, and another question: if he wins, if he wins, he's already the title holder for the 105 kilo. And if he wins, he will remain. And Devon is 115 kilo title holder. In which category? Because Devon said he would be fine to go down and win 105 category as well, to have second title. And would he wish him to pull on his own title or in 115 kg title?
Окей. Окей. Вопрос такой, значит, ну, если ты выиграешь, то он спрашивает, ты с Девон Ларат хочешь бороться в какой категории? Ты хочешь, чтобы он сбрасывал в твою категорию, в 105-ю, или ты окей, если ты будешь с ним бороться в 115-й категории, в 115 килограмм? Понимаешь, Kydirgali? Понимаешь вопрос?
Ну, пусть будет 115, там вопрос нету.
Okay.
Я хочу побороться.
Okay. He said that he wanna pull him, and it doesn't really matter which category. No questions asked. 115, 115 it is.
He said that if he beats Michael and remains as the title holder, he
Mhm.
wants to pull Devon Larat, and it doesn't matter. For example, let Devon chooses. This is what he says. Hello, Michael.
Yes.
How are you, my friend?
I am well. I'm connecting to my sorry, real quick. My Wi-Fi is not doing well, so I had to disconnect. 1 second.
Sure. Okay.
All right, I think I'm good. What's up, guys?
Hey, Michael.
Good to see you, Michael. Good to see you. You were not here, so we were talking about your match with Ongarbayev. Ongarbayev said that he knows that it's gonna be a tough match. He doesn't know if it's gonna be tougher than John Berzing match or not. He said that the table will show this. He said he's ready, he's coming, and the rest will be, at the table. And then I said, if you win, of course he's coming to win, the same as you are. You are also coming to win. If you win, who do you want to pull? And he said he would like to pull Devon. And let's talk about you, Michael. Lately, we saw you very heavy on the scale. How is that going, first of all?
All right. Well, I weighed in again this morning. I was doing pretty good. I put on 23 pounds in 5 days because we celebrated Christmas, and that was just a lot of bloat, right? I got 21 pounds, a little over 21 pounds off. Gained back like a pound and a half yesterday because I had carbs. Because I hadn't had any carbs, so I wanted to spike my metabolism. I think I'll be down 5 pounds tomorrow from where I was today. So I have to make 242s this weekend. It's my first event of my quest for 100. So I'll make 242s this week, and that'll give me 2 weeks to go ahead and make the rest of the cut. So no problem.
Okay. Yeah. And how is the bicep doing?
Man, I'm not at my best, but I'll be the best that I can be right now. I do think I'm strong. And I think the bicep's healthy. So I just, it's just a mental. Most of this is going to be mental for me. Just believing that the arm will hold up. You know what I mean? I think the arm's plenty strong. It's just, I'm going to have to, that's what this weekend's about, is getting some ready goes in to see how it holds up. Because I know Ongarbayev is going to be hitting me really hard. He's going to be really strong. Probably one of the most explosive guys I've arm wrestled in a while. So I got to be ready for that. But yeah, super strong young man. So I think I'll be fine.
I mean,
let me, guys, let me real quick, just some translation for him, so he knows what we're talking about.
I think he has with Mazgan. Mazgan, did you translate to him or no?
Yeah, I understand little. Okay.
Okay.
Let me translate real fast.
Let Paulo translate them. Yeah.
You speak. Michael speak. I don't understand.
Okay. Yeah, because Michael have no accent. That's why. Окей, они говорили, Энгин спрашивал Майкла про его вес, потому что он набрал, он был тяжелее намного, как идет сброска, потихоньку идет, все нормально, значит, в эти выходные он уже планирует весить 110, и к соревнованиям он будет 105, все нормально. Майкл тоже у него спросил, как форма, как бицепс оторванный или заживает хорошо. Он сказал, что бицепс хорошо заживает, не болит, никаких проблем нету. Форма, говорит, не самая лучшая в жизни, но тоже неплохая. Говорит, я работаю над этим. И говорит, что первые, вот сейчас будет соревнования в эти выходные маленькие. Он поедет на них, посоревнуется и проверит заодно, или все на месте, все держится. И будет готов. И знает, что ты, Kydirgali, будешь на старте очень жесткий и будет серьезный удар, так что он в принципе готов и знает, что ожидать. Нормально, понятно? Понимаете меня? Супер, хорошо. Yep, got it.
And the same question for you, Michael. Michael, you are coming from middleweight. You're coming from middleweight in the past, talking about like 30 years ago almost, and then you have that abilities, that speed and everything. And now I think probably that's why you said that you haven't been pulled someone as quick as Ongarbayev for a while, because you have been a super heavyweight. So that when you pull in lighter classes, the category is getting more explosive, right? Is that what you say?
Well, I mean, I can't speak for the category as a whole. I'm speaking as Ongarbayev is an individual athlete. He possesses a lot of explosive strength, very versatile. So a lot of it is going to have to be, and there is a certain degree of the lighter arm wrestlers tend to be more explosive. But yeah, I mean, I feel him individually as an athlete is going to be a good test as far as speed and explosiveness and stuff. I think he's going to be very strong.
And how do you feel about your new category?
Okay, so I'm not going to say that this is a new category. I'm just saying I'm making this weight for a shot at a world title. I mean, next week I might be 270. The week after this I might be back to 270. You know what I mean? So I'm making these weights for a reason. I'm making this weight because this was a shot for me to have a shot at a world title. I have great respect for Ongarbayev as an athlete, but I couldn't get the Devin match. I couldn't get the Prudnik match because he was injured. The match that made sense to me was, who do I have a shot at regaining some legitimacy? I'm still cool pulling supers. It doesn't matter to me. I'll do whatever.
So you are okay to pull 231, 253, and supers. In this 3-weight category, you can pull like anytime you want. You just need maybe some time to be super heavyweight and sometimes to be 231.
Right. So the reason I'm actually making this cut is because I have this quest for 100, right? My goal for 2023 is to win 100 first place awards. Well, it's a lot easier to do that if I can enter the 242 class and the super class, right? So that's the reason I decided to get a little bit lighter so that I could enter multiple classes and have multiple chances at winning. I was telling Rebecca, I was like, this is kind of dumb. I should just stay around 260 and have abs and just pull supers, because there's still masters divisions, there's still overall divisions. I'm only getting 2 more chances at each event, really, 242s and supers. But when I came up with the idea, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I understand. And if you win against Ongarbayev, who do you want to pull against?
I would happily pull Devin there for the heavyweight title. I will pull. Okay, so let's just say I do come out on top of this match, and that's a big if. This is a big task in front of me. This isn't going to be a walk in the park just because I'm a super heavyweight coming back down to this weight class. Ongarbayev can pull competitively with the super heavyweights. There is a little bit of difference in the giant super heavyweights out there and their skill level now, I think, to when the last time he was pulling supers. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But this is not going to be an easy task. But if I do come out on top, I would defend the 231 title. If that was the match that was offered, I would pull for the 253 title versus Devin. I would pull the winner of Jerry versus Georgie for the super heavyweight. I mean, it doesn't matter. Eventually, eventually I want them all. Eventually I want all the titles.
What if Devin says that you need to beat either Prudnik or Sanders, then I would pull you?
Well, Prudnik is a match I wanted. I wanted the Prudnik
match.
So
you are ready to pull against Prudnik,
Yeah.
Guys, give me 30 seconds. I will just translate the short summary, okay? Kydirgali, да, значит, я переведу очень коротко для тебя, они там много говорят, я просто основную тему. Значит, спрашивает, или ты сбрасываешь в новую категорию, или ты будешь всегда в 105-й категории. Он говорит, нет, говорит, я обратно там через неделю могу весить уже больше. И говорит, я не приклеиваюсь к 105 килограммам, я, может, буду 115 и даже в супер хэви. Говорит, это не важно. Потом он спросил у него, если он выиграет, тот же вопрос, что у тебя, кого он хочет, он тоже сказал, что с Ларатом хочет бороться в 115-й. Потом говорит, если удастся выиграть у Ларата, говорит, я не остановлюсь, я буду и в супер хэвивейтс бороться. Потом он быстро рассказал, у него есть такая задача на 2023 год, чтобы выиграть общее количество 100 золотых медалей на разных соревнованиях, то, и вот он будет целый год ездить по соревнованиям, и поэтому он попытается быть все-таки в 2 категориях, в 110 и в супертяжах, для того, чтобы больше медалей было возможно выигрывать. И ему это нужно там для... Такой квест у него есть. Вот такой был разговор. Okay? Спасибо. Yeah. Ready.
Okay. So, I was thinking about that. I'm curious about something, Kydirgali. whenever, like I talked with Devon, Devon said that you and him pulled 2 or 3 days before you had a top 8 super match against Alex Kurdecha. And only 2-3 days you both were, and like, how come like you decided to pull 2-3 days before top 8 super match with Devon, even if it's a practice or not? Like was it because like you recover, so quick, or is it because you were so confident of your power? Can you ask him like how it happened?
Yeah. Он спрашивает и говорит, что ты перед твоим матчем в топ-8, топ-8 с Алекс Курдечи, ты буквально 2 или 3 дня до того боролся с Девон Ларат на какой-то практике. Говорит, ты не боялся, что поборешься, там рука будет болеть, или ты был настолько уверен в своем преимуществе перед Алексом, что тебе было все равно как бы?
Мы на левом друге боролись, на правом только задержались, просто сели посмотрели. Ну, не боролись.
Не боролись.
Просто посмотрели.
Okay, понял, дай переведу. Yeah, they did not really pull the right hands. They just, grip up to just, apply a little bit of pressure, but they did not really pull on the right hands, but they did pull on the lefts.
Okay. That is not the story that I directly heard from both Devon and Ongarbayev before, but I think he is very he likes to keep it very private as far as I understand. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
so and another thing I want to ask Ongarbayev, your opponent Michael has been pulling against pullers like Jerry Kadoret, Andrei Pushkar, rest in peace, and Denis Siplenko, and Devon Larat, and Dave Chaffee. He has been pulling against the super heavyweights. Win or lose, he has been very competitive. Sometimes he won, sometimes he lost. But even he lost, he gave big trouble to these guys. So does it worry you that he may be now losing weight? But whenever I ask him about his sizes, especially from the forearm, he said he did not lose anything at all. So looks like Michael lost fat, but not much of muscle. So, and Michael is talking, he's gonna make 231, but he's talking about making 270 in a very short time. It means that, he made his body get used to about just quickly losing the weight and quickly gaining back. So does all this worry or concern Ongarbayev?
Окей, Kydirgali спрашивает так, говорит, что, ты знаешь, что Майкл, он, такой легендарный спортсмен, он боролся со всеми, и с Андреем Пушкарем, и с Денисом Цыпленковым, и с Джерри Кадерет, и с Ларатом, со всеми такими супертяжами, звездами в супертяжелом весе, и иногда он выигрывал, иногда проигрывал. Говорит, он сейчас сбрасывает, конечно, до 105, но он говорит, что через пару дней он опять может весить там, грубо говоря, 120. Тебя это как бы волнует, ты переживаешь, что вот он такой сильный спортсмен и легендарный, или как ты к этому относишься?
You need to, the sound is off.
Микрофон выключили, ребята. Ага, да.
Yeah. Okay.
Этот Майкл очень сильный спортсмен, он легендарный, я уважаю его. Я хочу такой легендарный спортсмен бороться, и выиграть его, я тоже хочу лучшим. Не волнуюсь, все нормально, все хорошо, подготовились, посмотрим.
Okay. Yeah, he said that he knows that Michael is very legendary sportsman, and he have a lots of respect to Michael. And he said, but I do wanna pull the sportsmen like this, the higher caliber, to be better myself. And he said, if I worry about now, I'm not really worried about. I'm not really concerning because I'm ready, and I wanna pull. We'll see.
Yeah, I understand. Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be a good match. And another question for Ongarbayev. Can you ask him, did he need to train specifically for Michael because of his unorthodox style?
Окей. Kydirgali спрашивает, или ты специально как-то тренировался и готовился для Майкла, потому что вот у него такой специфический стиль борьбы?
Да, я много видео знаю, это раньше, как он бороться. Да, это немножко техника подготовился.
То есть специально готовился. Okay, okay. Yes, he said that, yes, absolutely. He watched a lot of videos of Michael because of the specific of the, style. And he said, yes, I did prepare especially for Michael.
Yeah, that is very
That
smart.
sucks.
Майкл говорит, это плохо, что ты специально под него подготовился.
And Michael, many people they believe that to beat you, they need to have that finishing power. That pressure, that heavy pressure. Of course, after getting position to there, and then they need. People say that they need the shoulder pressure, the joint type of pressure, and many people believe that needs to be a heavyweight, super heavyweight pressure. And how do you see that? I know you both are being like humble, but tell us how you really feel. Does this guy have do you think that the finishing pressure that some of the super heavyweights manage to do against you?
Can I answer this question?
Let him answer first, and then you answer.
I wanted to hear Pablo's answer.
Okay.
It's not depends on the opponent. It depends on Michael's preparation and health. If he's in his best form, it doesn't matter who in front of him. He will win, and we saw that he has wins on pretty much all the superstars in the heavyweights and super heavyweights. It's not depends on that. So it depends on the Michael.
You are saying that if Michael is in shape, nobody on the earth can beat him?
Yep. Basically.
Okay.
Because he proved
I love
that before.
Pablo. He's awesome.
You listen, Paulo, just watch the chat now. I think you're gonna get a lot of shit there.
Oh, he's going to. And I appreciate that.
You know what? I'm fine with that. I love all my haters because as soon as you have haters, you're famous.
because
Oh
when
my
you
God,
say
I must be really famous.
of course, Michael, I will tell you something. You are one of the few people in this community, that, I mean, people are like, how to say, they don't ignore you. That is the success. They either love you so much or they really dislike you. You understand?
Yeah, if they don't like me, they really don't like me.
But they don't ignore you. Like, you are a type of person that they either love you so much or they really dislike you. And it is almost same with the Devon as well. You understand? There are a few people like this that people don't ignore. You understand?
Right.
Even like, like even if some people ignore, it's like 3% out of 100. You understand?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question. I like Pablo's answer a whole lot. But here's the deal. Ongarbayev is an awesome arm wrestler. He's very, very complete. He has a bent wrist press if needed. We saw him use it against Alex. I mean, he's versatile. He can do everything. On what Pablo said, if I trust my bicep, if I feel confident, and I'll stop the match in a position that's remotely neutral, meaning my hand's not terribly compromised. I'm not, my pronator's not turned up, my palm's not turned up. If I stop the match anywhere near those angles and my bicep holds up, I believe I win. Even if he was able to transition, I don't think he's quite as long as some of the guys who have been able to pin me, and the other thing, I haven't arm wrestled on this new table. I haven't arm wrestled on these new elbow pads. These new elbow pads, apparently, the guys who've arm wrestled said they notice a difference. Like the little bit extra surface you have, front, back, left, right, may help me, But here's the deal. I'm very excited. I'm going to tell you one thing. I have zero pressure. Although a lot of people say this is must win for me. Oh, if I don't win, I should retire. Listen, no one determines when I'm going to quit. I'm never going to quit. This is what I do. I'm in my 33rd year of doing this. You win some, you lose some, right? One thing, and I'm going to just tell you the honest to God truth. I have zero pressure anymore, and I'll tell you why. I am no longer on the rankings. They took me off the top 15 because Fareed lost to somebody in that AMC tournament. So now they're ranked, and I'm knocked off the rank. So shit, I'm just having fun, right? So I come into this match with Ongarbayev, 2 professional athletes, 2 prepared athletes, 2 experienced athletes. Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. I mean, I'm hoping I'm going to be the guy that wins. If I don't, I'll just learn from it. I'll just keep getting better. But I do believe, honestly, I genuinely believe that the best version of me is still to come. I've had some very good forms in my life. I've been in very good shape, but I don't think I've ever been as committed as I am right now. Rebecca and I are both very, very committed to our training, to being our best versions of ourselves. Like I said, I'm going to be light a lot this year, 231, 242 throughout the year. But once I accomplish my goal, you will see me. And I think that's going to turn me. I think I'm going to get really, really healthy. I think my tendons are going to heal up. I think all the arm wrestling I'm going to be doing is going to just really temper me, get everything back. I mean, I'm going to be doing arm wrestling a lot, right? Like Pablo and I are both going to be doing a lot of tournaments this year. He talked about it when he was here. I think that's going to help me level back up, right? I think I just went through a whole bunch of shit, the COVID and nerve damage and a variety of things that happened. I just felt like I've been tested, and now's the time for me to, rise back out of the flames and be a phoenix or whatever. But I feel very good about what's coming. Whether it's going to be, in 3 weeks against Ongarbayev, I don't know. But there's nothing that's going to deter me from my goal, and that goal is being the very best version of me I can possibly be.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Now give me my 30 seconds.
Wait a little bit.
Okay.
Paulo,
Okay.
then you can do it. Yeah, Michael. Just run after your dreams, my friend. Just ignore people. Yeah. You have done very big things, great things, and you have not been as successful as before. But for me, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that you are a very dangerous person, and people who likes to be sarcastic or something, like they are mistaken. They are not being respectful enough, and also the way that they talk doesn't represent the way that your opponents feel about you. You understand? If I am asking Prudnik to pull Michael, and if he is saying, "Oh, Ingrid, that is very uncomfortable opponent for me, very dangerous opponent." If Prudnik is saying this about you, if Ongarbayev is saying this about you, the things that you are hearing, then I think that people should respect you at least as much as your opponents do. I don't care if they don't like what I say now. That is exactly how I feel, and I respect you, my friend. That's what I want to say.
I appreciate it. Go ahead, Pablo.
Whoever is unrespectful, block them.
Is that how you're going to translate Ongarbayev?
Yes, I will. And you have to block everybody who is disrespectful. Okay. I know. I'm just joking now. Okay. Kydirgali, чуть-чуть такое просуммирую, все не переведу, все не запомнил, много говорили, но много респекта к тебе, говорит, слушай, если, говорит, я смогу поймать в правильных углах, чтобы у меня не было, уже возле самой подушки, и говорит, чтобы я не был совсем на супинатор, знаешь, развернутый. Говорит, то я думаю, что я могу выиграть, говорит. Онгарбаев очень быстрый и сильный, и полностью во всех углах подготовленный спортсмен, говорит, у него есть все возможности выиграть, говорит, но и у меня есть возможности выиграть, поэтому, поборемся, и будет видно. Говорит, слушай, на меня уже нету практически никакого давления, потому что я уже не нахожусь ни в каких рэнкингс, они, говорит, я уже там не первых 15 в мире, и говорит, но я тренируюсь постоянно, говорит, да, травмы какие-то есть, но мы с ними лечимся, и говорит, все будет хорошо, и говорит, поверьте, что там в течение года-двух я покажу еще очень-очень хорошую форму, и вы меня увидите, и он будет ездить много вот соревнований небольших здесь, местных в Америке сейчас, говорит, у меня все в порядке, я готов, и говорит, говорит, мои вот эти ненавистники, кто меня не любят, говорят, что мне пора на пенсию, говорит, нифига, я сам решу, когда мне пора на пенсию. Okay?
Yeah, somebody just wrote the freedom of speech, and then I'm gonna tell him that your freedom ends at the border of other person's freedom, my friends. You can just disrespect as much as you want, but you cannot just come to my chat room and disrespect. Understand? I also have freedom of blocking you. Understand? So, anyways. Yeah.
Engin, you're right.
Yeah. Anyway, so okay, let's talk about some okay. Michael says after this match, if he wins, okay, Michael, after this match, if you win, and if Prudnik says that, okay, I'm gonna pull you, Michael, but at 105, is it still okay, or you should be at 115? Oh, okay. So you are ready to defend your title if you win, and you are also ready to give a shot for heavyweight title as well. So you are okay. I understand.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's the plan. Okay, I understand, and hopefully, I mean, like we will see a great battle. I don't know what else we can talk about this. And another question for Kydirgali. Is his form now as good as his top 8 form?
He said even better.
He said about he's better than top 8 form?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That sucks as well. That's horrible news.
Энгин начал спрашивать, говорит, у него такая же форма, как была в топ-8. Я говорю, он сказал, что даже немножко лучше. Майкл сразу говорит, это плохо.
That's interesting.
Yes,
and another question for him. For the next year, he's still planning to do 100 kilo WAF or 110 kilo WAF in Kazakhstan, in his country?
Спрашивает Kydirgali, или ты планируешь в этом году в Казахстане на ВАФ чемпионате мира выступать в 100 килограмм или в 110?
Сейчас вес у меня на 100, не знаю, много, если гонять не буду я. Если вес набираю, 110 буду.
Okay. А сейчас сколько весишь?
Сейчас 106, 107 килограмм.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wait for Engin for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Посмотрим.
Yeah. He said that we will see. Right now he's 106, 107 kg, but he's gaining weight a little bit. So he said if I will gain like to 110, I will stay to 110 because he doesn't want to drop too much,
Yeah.
He said it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, so let's talk about some predictions, and then we can. Okay, one more question before that, Michael. You said that you show your bicep, and then you said that stem cell is helping for sure, but right now you are not sure about it. Is it because on MRI it doesn't show complete heal, or is it when you train you feel a little bit weaker?
Okay, so here's what it is. I had the stem cells 4 weeks later. I had an ultrasound. It showed complete reattachment. I had a second dose of stem cells. 4 weeks later, I had another ultrasound. When I'm moving it, everything's intact. You see the tendon move. It's just one of the guys that was watching the MRIs or the ultrasounds it's completely reattached. I just don't know if the tensile strength of the tendon, because it's baby stem cell, it's stem cells, right? So it's new growth. Is the tensile strength as strong as the previous tendon? Well, hell, that was not optimistic for me to hear. I was like, well, shit. I mean, I just wanted to know that it's completely reattached. Now, in training, I had a lot of soreness right in the area.
Is it because you haven't been trained in that area?
Exactly. Because it makes me think, well, is it the tendon or is it just the muscles around it because I haven't done anything for 8 weeks,
Yeah.
So I think the soreness is, you haven't worked out in 8 weeks and you're pushing it and you feel sore and you feel tender. Well, I got on the table with Corey the other day, which I wasn't going to do. And Corey is very, very strong right now. And the fact that the integrity of my bicep held up, my riser held up, I was like, I got somewhat optimistic. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of it's just going to be mental. It's mental. It's just like when my left arm blew apart, it took me a while before I was willing to go back into that shoulder. You know what I mean? When Anderson Silva busted his leg kicking Chris Weidman, I'm probably sure it was a while before he threw another leg kick. It's just being confident that the bicep's going to hold up when I'm in a war against someone as strong as Ongarbayev, Because
I will tell you something. If you train with Corey, and even if it's training, we know how strong the guy's side pressure is and everything, I mean, if it is not bothering you so much there, and now you have near 3 more weeks, and, every day is healing more and more and more. And I think that you have every reason to be confident about the bicep. And I don't think that Kydirgali will apply there as much as pressure. Kydirgali needs to technically a little bit dominate you, then he can apply the pressure. I don't think that the raw strength that Corey applies, I don't think that many people in the world has that kind of pressure, but just my opinion.
I 100% agree with that assessment. as far as you're talking about raw power, Corey West possesses he's one of the most powerful individuals I've ever met, and I've been around this thing for a very long time. Strong kid.
Yeah, but what Corey doesn't have, Kydirgali has, which is the better top roll, better pronation,
right.
That kind of technically, I think he is better than Corey. Like John was able to catch Corey inside somehow because of his pronator. You understand? And then, but he was still explosive enough to go there. I don't think it was possible to do that with Ongarbayev, but who knows?
Right.
Can I translate a bit?
Yeah.
Please.
Значит, спрашивали, говорили про его бицепс, про Майкла бицепс, как он заживает. Говорили про, я даже не знаю, как по-русски, stem cells, клетки эти, которые новые, укол делали. Stem cells, не знаю, как по-русски. Вот, и да, говорит, полностью все зажило, на ультразвуке показывает, что все целое и все зажившее. Говорит, когда тренируюсь, ничего нету, никакого дискомфорта, все в порядке. Но, говорит, есть немножко переживания, потому что это все только-только свежее зажило, оно еще не такое крепкое все. Говорит, но пока что держала хорошо очень. И с Кори Вест, знаешь, кто такой Кори Вест, его напарник большой такой, они тренировались, и Кори очень сильный. И говорит, что я держал его, и все в порядке. Говорит, Kydirgali, конечно, более взрывной и быстрый. Говорит, посмотрим, пока что все держит, и говорит, я оптимистично настроенный. Окей?
Kydirgali is like, okay, I hear, but I have nothing to say. Let's start talking about some other match predictions, and then we can finish it. And let's start with the countrymen of Kydirgali, Alizhan Muradov and Oleg Petrenko with left arm, Leva, at 105 kilo.
Kydirgali, он спрашивает, как ты думаешь, кто твой земляк или Петренко на левую руку? Они борются, кто выиграет? Алижан или Петренко?
Мурат, надеюсь.
He said, I hope for my countrymen.
Oh yeah, he doesn't predict, but he just hopes. Yeah, okay, okay. Looks like we are not gonna hear a lot of things. Total of the things that, today Kydirgali is gonna tell us probably will be 10 full sentence, but that's okay, you know. Anyway, so and Michael, do you know these guys? Alijan Murado.
I know
what?
Yeah, all I know is Petrenko looked ridiculously strong left-handed at the last one. So I don't know enough about the other Kazakhstan gentlemen, but Petrenko looked ridiculously impressive.
Alijan Murado around 210 pounds, and he competed the WAF super heavyweight. He chose to compete super heavyweight, and he beat everyone and won the world's super heavyweight while he's only 210 pounds. You know, he used to be also a 176-pound world champion by dominating. I will tell you about his next match. I will tell you about this match about Alijan before Res Sardekyan. You know Res Sardekyan?
Resh, yes.
Resh, you know, right, Michael? Yeah. Before he came to US, the last tournament he competed was TSHIRT, which Alijan won that class comfortably, and Resh took like 7th place in his category.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
so that guy, yeah, it was then 171 pounds. The guy probably will be near 220 for this event because it is for 105 kilo world title. Anyway, so let's go with the another one. Probably these some of them they will not know, but Craig Tuller versus Samusha. Kydirgali, do you know who Craig is? Or
Ты знаешь Крэг Тулер из Америки? Крэг Тулер. Крэг Тулер. Такой легковес. Нет, не знаешь его? С Самушей будет бороться. Не знаю. No, he doesn't know.
Okay, yeah, that's very hard. You know, many of the American guys don't know about some Eastern guys, as Michael didn't know about Alijan, and now he doesn't know about Craig, but probably Michael knows both Samusha and Craig because Michael has been even in the same event with Samusha, yeah.
Right. So that's the same guy that Paul Lynn just beat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Craig's got good chances. As long as Craig does an elbow foul, I think he's got a good chance, especially with them both being, 85 kg?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Craig's chances in that one. I would say 65-35 Craig.
But just to remind you, he was 187 when he pulled Paul, and Paul was about 220. And
yeah, the match, the guy's very impressive. He's super strong.
Yeah, the match went
Craig's got a lot of experience. Craig should be able to match him in horsepower, I would think. But if he's not, Craig's very versatile. He's been around a long time. He's got a lot of experience, and he's just got no quit. You know, I mean, he lost his match to Brandon Seltzer, but that was a crazy match. Pablo was here. That match was insane. And that Pablo. I mean, he was. Craig was probably stripped 190, and after he rehydrated, Brandon was probably close to 220. You know what I mean? So it was definitely, although they both weighed in that 200-pound weight cap, Brandon rehydrated very well. Yeah.
So Brandon is normally naturally bigger guy for sure.
Oh,
yes,
big boy. Yeah, I mean, he's got arms the size of me and Pablo. He's big boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Craig didn't have chance to use his cup because of the pronation of Brandon. Well, with Samusha, he will not have that. Samusha will be going inside. So we don't really, I mean, Craig will be able to give his everything in this match.
Everything Craig's got, he's going to leave on the table for sure. So it's interesting. I like it. You know, I like the match.
Yeah.
Me too. Yep.
Yeah. And okay, and another Kazakh match for Kydirgali they would know. Does Kydirgali know who is Mindaugas Tarasaitis?
Kydirgali, знаешь Mindaugas Tarasaitis?
Да, знаю.
Знает. Yeah, he knows.
And what does he think about he versus Nurdalet? Nurdalet is probably his teammate.
Nurdalet и Тарасайтис, как думаешь, как пойдет?
Нурдалет на этом категории чемпион мира стал на ВАФ. Нурдалет надо выиграть.
He said Nurdalet became a world champion in this class on WAF, and he said that probably he's gonna win.
He's gonna win, he thinks. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, whenever you compete tournament, you know, the draw really affects, you know, sometimes, you know. These two didn't meet there. And Mindag was it. Daniel Prokopchuk had a long match before this one. So we don't know. They are gonna meet do a fresh match. Let's see how it will be. I'm not gonna ask you. You don't know who Nurdalet is for sure, Michael.
I know who Mendagas is, who's very impressive.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to compare when you don't know the other guy.
Yeah, you're like, oh, let's go with the guy I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no idea. Real quick, I got a question for Pablo. What are you weighing right now? What's your weight? Are you cutting weight still?
Yeah, I'm 243 this morning.
Wow.
Okay. So are you going to 220 or are you staying 240?
No, I'm going to 231 as of right now, and then I will decide, because 220 is a little bit skinny side for me. I may drop for special event to 220, but I will not walk around at 220. It's a little too light for me.
Rockers are going to have a 220 match. That's what Brent said. Is that accurate, or is that something that's down the road?
We don't know yet. If I will push myself, I can make it that fast, but I don't know if I will, because I don't want to lose my power, you know. At 220, I'm start losing my power.
Of course. I mean, you're really strong right now. Are you? Is your next event Illinois State?
Illinois State, yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah. Okay, let's go another one. Kydirgali, do you know who Paul Lin is?
Kydirgali, Paul Lin. Знаешь кто?
Не знаю, честно.
Нет?
Ну, лицо знаю, тогда знаю его.
Yeah, he knows.
And Paul Lin versus Rustam Babayev, but Rustam is coming there after a break with 4 months training. What does he think about this match?
Пол Лин будет бороться с Рустам Бабаев, но Рустам возвращается после перерыва, он такой камбэк делает и только 4 месяца тренировался. Как думаешь, кто выиграет?
Ну, я знаю, это самого хорошо, он крепкий, очень сильный парень. Думаю, он выиграет.
Думаешь, Рустам выиграет?
Да.
Yeah, he said that Paul is very strong dude, and he's very good, but he think that Rustam have an edge on this.
Okay, and now let's go to Michael. We will probably hear something opposite, Michael.
Man, Paul Lin's a bad dude.
Yeah, he is.
Up until his match with Pablo, you would have thought Paul Lin was just on a tear, just killing people. And then Pablo put the brakes on him. But Pablo showed up very, very strong on December 10th. So
yes.
Rustam Babayev, if Rustam of old shows up, it's going to, I think there's a chance. If Rustam wins, my opinion, he's going to need to beat Paul quickly. Now, I know Rustam has crazy endurance, and he's been in some of the longest matches ever. But I think if he doesn't, and I'm going to tell you why, if he doesn't beat Paul Lin quickly, he's going to give Paul Lin a lot of confidence. And I think if you let Paul become confident, he's a very dangerous individual. So if he believes because I think the biggest thing he's got is it's a legend. He's pulling the best middleweight arm wrestler of all time, right? Yes, I mean, the most accomplished EvW6 champion ever in that division. Yeah. So, or not that division, but, the middleweight division. So in my opinion, the biggest thing he's going to have is believing that he deserves to be in the match. And if he stops him and put the brakes on him, I think you're going to see one badass version of Paul Lin. My opinion.
Yeah. I mean, these are all incredible matches. I'm so excited because I have no clue. Because, I was expecting Gamtenadze. I told Gamtenadze said he is in best ever shape. And this guy has big wins against big guys. And he said even if Paul is 110 kilo, he said he was going to win. But Paul just dominated him. So Paul is surprisingly strong, but of course that he is not as experienced as Rustam. Yeah, but let's see how
there's not a lot of people as experienced as Rustam. What I'm saying?
Exactly.
All right, guys.
No. Yeah, but it still doesn't change the fact that what it is. The guy is very knowledgeable and very experienced, and sometimes it makes the difference. It can change the result if the power is so close. Yeah. Anyway, so Gabriela versus Barbora. Kydirgali.
Kydirgali. Габриэла и Барбора. Знаешь девочек таких?
Do you know Barbora?
Да, знаю, вот это
Yeah, he knows.
Габриэла, бразильский.
Бразилка Габриэла.
Да.
Yeah, Gabriela. He said Gabriela will win. Brazilian.
Oh, okay. He says that Gabriela is gonna win. Yeah.
Yes.
And Michael?
I will never vote against Gabby. That chick is the most impressive female I've ever seen arm wrestle in my life. And, that's including Arena Makova. It's including, Ekle. It's everybody. Gabby is the most impressive, maybe arm wrestler I've ever seen. I mean, she's awesome. But this lady she's going against is basically my size. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen,
275 pounds. And
yeah, so bigger than me. You know what I'm saying?
Probably 6'2", I think. Yeah.
Okay, so almost as tall as me and outweighs me by like 30 pounds. So,
Michael, when you see her like this, then you will realize how big she is, Not only because of the size, but you will see that she's not
big
fat,
frame.
but she's thick, so muscle, like a heavyweight, like female version of LaVon. Maybe not now. A year later, she will be. Yeah.
Yeah. Gabby is just such an impressive 5'2", just unbelievable, and how she can put down so much power on the table just is bewildering. It's amazing. She is and the thing is, she's such a disciplined athlete. And the fact that she's been doing this for so long at such a high level, I mean, the most accomplished arm wrestler in EAFWF history ever, male, female, doesn't matter. No one's done more than what she's done. So it's very difficult to ever vote against her.
Yeah, I agree. Somebody is asking if the cards are signed already. My friend, the cards are not even printed, and the people who will sign the cards in different countries, I mean, how can they sign?
Hey, on that note, thank you so much for my awesome card. Did you see I got it made into a poster?
I didn't see it. You made a poster already?
It's a 2 foot by 3 foot poster. I was like, dude, and I wanted to wait. I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, it would be so much cooler if I win and it says world champion. I said, but if I don't win, I feel like a dick printing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and print it now, just in case. It was too cool a thing not to print,
Anyway, so let's go another match. By percentage, I am asking Michael. This interesting match. Michael Todd versus Kydirgali Ongarbayev.
You see those? What are you talking about? 51-49 Michael Todd.
Okay. 51-49. You can ask him too. He doesn't want to give prediction, but you can tell him that Michael predicted for himself. Tell him that he said 99% for himself and 1 for Kydirgali. Just joking.
Do not do that.
I know. But hey, I have a power here, right? Kydirgali, значит, Энгин спросил, говорит, в процентах, Майкл, скажи, пожалуйста, вот ваш матч с Kydirgali, кто выиграет? Майкл сказал 51% мне, что я выиграю, 49% Kydirgali. Теперь спрашивают тебя, а ты как думаешь?
Не знаю, рассмотрим.
В процентах.
Ну, не знаю процент точно. Что покажет, кто сильный, кто сильный.
Да, yeah. We will not hear it. He doesn't know the percentage, but table will show.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I wasn't expecting the man of principle. He's not gonna say anything. I mean, even
if he not don't have principle.
No. That is his principle.
I'm just playing.
That hasn't been your principle. It is his principle, and he just doesn't want to change it. Yeah.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just don't misunderstand me. Yeah, I have a and pork chop versus Zurab, Michael. Pork chop probably Kydirgali wouldn't know about him, but I will ask you: Zurab versus pork chop.
Man, listen, Devin Larratt knows how to make people look good. So I have no idea how good this kid is. Now, he did just beat Ryan Espy, so that's pretty good. But Zurab is, in my opinion, a shorter lever. And it's just, if they're both going inside, I think the shorter lever is going to have the advantage, in my opinion, you know? So I'm going with Zurab.
But do you expect a tough match?
Yeah. Porkchop looks really strong. Like, he looks really strong. I just think he's going to end up getting turned up on his bicep, you know? I think the shorter lever of Zurab is going to turn his palm up, and he's going to be more in this position versus in this. I think if Porkchop gets somewhere in this position, he might win, but I think he's going to be more here.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just talking.
Probably Kydirgali wouldn't know about Porkchop. His name is Curtis Cameron.
Kydirgali, ты знаешь этого парня из Канады, Кертис, его кличка Porkchop, знаешь, да? Деван Ларат тренирует его. Видел ты его? Они будут с Зурабом бороться. Есть какие-то идеи? Как ты думаешь, кто выиграет?
Ну, 50-50, но не знаю точно, как они боролись.
Yeah, he knows both guys, but he said the chances are pretty equal, like 50-50.
Yeah, I agree. I also feel the same way.
Me too. Yeah, it's very stylistically matters. If because of the levers, if Porkchop will be able to keep prevent Zurab from sinking inside too deep in a hook, then Porkchop have better chances, in my opinion. In deep hook, Zurab having better chances.
Yeah, I think Porkchop needs to start very quick and catch Zurab somewhere here. You know, if it is deep hook at the middle, still he can win, but I don't think Zurab is gonna give up so quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so another one. I have the opinion of Michael. So let me start with Kydirgali. Corey West versus Ferit Osmanlı. Left arm.
Kydirgali, Ferit Osmani и Corey West.
Leva.
Левая. Кто выиграет?
Фарид Осман.
Фарид Османи. Okay.
Yeah. And Michael.
I think it is a good test for Corey. If Reed is anywhere near like he used to be, he's a bad dude, right? And I saw his weight's like 300 pounds. I don't ever remember seeing him 300 pounds. I don't think he's as put together as he was back in like 06 when he pulled John and Devin and stuff. But I got to go with Corey. I mean, Corey is, until proven otherwise, in my opinion, Corey is a threat for pretty much anyone left-handed. I mean, and his right, thing is, his right's really good. We talk about John, what John was able to do to him here, and that was very impressive, very impressive. But Corey's shoulder was messed up from pulling Alex 3 weeks before. My opinion, the Corey that exists today, right-handed, John does not want any of that dude.
I understand. Okay. And this one, Corey West versus Arif Ertem, Kydirgali.
Kydirgali, Arif и Corey West.
Prava. Of course,
Права.
Правая рука, да?
Правая. Ариф и Corey West. Да?
Тоже сильный спортсмен, тоже не знаю, говорит. Надеюсь, Ариф Эртем.
Думаю, надеешься. Okay, he said he doesn't know for sure because both is very good, but he rooting for Arif.
He's what? He's rooting for Arif?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hoped that Arif will win.
Okay, and Michael?
I think Arif's got
Question, Michael, is this tougher or easier match for Corey?
Than the left arm?
I mean,
What's
his
the
match with left arm with Ferit and the right arm with Arif. Which one is tougher?
Man, Free is just, he's unknown left-handed. We haven't seen him do anything in a while, but the people who've been around know how good he is. So I think they're equally as difficult. Arif, as a great top roll, he does very well against inside arm wrestlers, right? People who want to go inside. It just takes a very, very good top roller to compromise Corey's right wrist. And I feel like if Arif does not get his wrist compromised, he is in a world of trouble. It's just Corey's very, very strong once he gets turned in.
Yeah. I mean, Arif's side pressure is very strong. Usually he's having trouble with guys that are extremely good outside pulling, you know. But when he has his hit, he is able to hit. He's hitting very, very hard. Maybe you remember what some of the rounds, you know, Hermes's arm went here and then from here and top roll and beat him. But, you know, he's start. But so I don't know if Corey, I mean, I know Corey doesn't have the pronation outside pull as Hermes, but he has incredibly strong wrist and side pressure, as John also said.
Go ahead. Stylistically, for Arif, it's a very good potential win for him, in my opinion, because Corey has a lot of hype behind him. So if he's able to beat Corey, that, in my opinion, just solidifies him. Even though obviously he's a WF world champ, he took second to Georgie this year, whatever, or last year. It's stylistically a good match because it is someone who his style is someone he fares well against. I just don't know if he's arm wrestled someone as strong as Corey in that spot. You know what I mean? Like the spot that he's good at beating people in, I don't know if he's arm wrestled someone who's going to put up the same amount of resistance that Corey does in that same lane. That's just what I think.
I think the match will be between Corey's wrist and side pressure and Arif's pronated side pressure this way.
I agree.
I agree. And another match, Kydirgali, Gennady Kvikvinia versus Ferit Osmanlı.
Квиквиния? Фарид Османов?
Да.
Правая.
Правая.
Наверное, Квиквиния, наверное, не говорит.
Геннадий, думаешь?
Геннадий.
Yeah, he thinks Gennady.
Gennady, yeah. Can you ask him in which way he thinks that Gennady is going to win that match? In stylistic.
По стилю, как ты думаешь, Геннадий, в каком стиле Геннадий выиграет этот матч?
Верхом надо.
Верхом, yeah. Top.
Oh, he will go outside and beat. Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you see that match, Michael?
Well, I agree that if he's going to beat him, he's going to beat him outside. I think if he goes inside with Farid's very, very strong inside. But I'm going to just tell you this. If Farid beats Gennady, how strong is Czar? Because Czar just went through Farid badly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if Farid beats Gennady, how strong is Czar?
Yeah, but I will tell you something. I talked with Farid. Farid is like my brother. And I made a video chat with him. I wanted to say good luck. He was in the airport and spending the night in the airport sitting together with Gashevsky. And because the flights are so problematic to Russia because of everything that's happening. So they probably, I think, as far as I know, they couldn't sleep 2 days in a row. They didn't really rest. And then they arrived there in the morning and then they just pulled that day. You know, this is what I was told, you know. And I really, because Gashevsky also beat the first place guy from that event in 85 kilo in Dubai. And here they pulled a fresh match. The guy just flashed Gashevsky. I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't flash if Gashevsky didn't have, but there is for sure that this guy didn't rest well, you know. And
so what I'm hearing is I'm still in the top 15 in the rankings because the guy that beat Farid shouldn't account, right? So I'm still in the top 15. Is that what I hear? Because I'm telling you, Farid got knocked down, and the other guy, other than Czar that beat him, moved up and knocked me off the rankings. So from your understanding, from what I'm hearing, is I'm still top 15.
No, I mean,
see how I made that about me? I brought it all the way back around to me.
You know, there are many guys that you are big trouble to them in top 10. You know, I mean,
I'm just messing with you, dude. I'm just playing. But
if anyone is saying that you can't beat anyone from top 15, they don't know what they are talking about, especially if you are heavy enough. I mean, if for example, is Prudnik in top 15? I don't know The ranking.
Not yeah, he's on that ranking. He's on that ranking. I think he
Okay,
might
just
be.
imagine you being heavyweight, super heavyweight, and then pulling Prudnik. I mean, in the same weight, I see Prudnik having a chance to beat you. But you being super heavyweight and Prudnik being light, I mean, I don't see that. But whatever, I'm not gonna go there. So let's go another one. And Chance versus Arabuli. Probably you don't know Arabuli, my friend. Neither. And then Ahmed versus Robert Baxter. I know both guys. You know Robert, but you don't know Ahmed, right, Michael? Yeah, that's
I know
very
that
hard.
there's history at the World Championships. There's history between the two guys, and that's why the match makes sense.
Year before, Robert won the gold, and Ahmed was second or something. And then this year, Ahmed is the first, and then Robert was second. So I'm expecting a good one, yeah. And Douglas Ehrlich. How do you?
Ehrlich,
Yeah. Versus Raymond's Liepins.
Man, Coach Ray continues to impress me. I mean, Ravens impresses me. If Doug is the same form that Doug has showed up to some events in the past, I say he's a slight favorite, But as far as experience, recent activity, you got to give the edge to Ray in the fact that he's been constantly competing. He's done very, very well. But you can't count Doug out. I think it's at worst a 50-50 match, and I like Doug's chances.
I understand. Okay, Kydirgali, Jerry Kadoret versus Georgi Svetkov.
Jerry Kadir.
Георгий Цветков и Джерри Кадерец. Ну, ты понял. Кто?
Наверное, Jerry Kadir.
Джерри Кадерец.
Он тестировался так.
What?
No, I don't know. They talking between them Kazakh. I don't speak Kazakh, Russian.
And Kydirgali, Jerry is gonna win like this as you showed, or is gonna win like this?
Kydirgali, как ты думаешь, он вот так выиграет?
Да, 38.
30. Okay, he think inside the triceps, not flop. Okay.
If Georgi wanted to go outside, for sure he would. And in fresh round, he would take Jerry's risk. There is no doubt in my mind. But like against Jerry, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy even likes it. He's just like, please take my wrist. As long as I put my shoulder behind. And Michael, how do you see that?
Well, if you fall into the trap of taking his wrist, there's a lane to beat Jerry efficiently. Just very few people possess the strength to do it. And if you get caught in the match that he wants to put you in, you're in for one hell of a fight. So, in my opinion, if the match goes the way classic Jerry Caderet matches go, then you got to pick Jerry.
I mean, Georgi is lately training for a little bit more like side pressure with his bottom two finger and lower wrist. So,
that's the way to beat him. If he can do that,
I don't know if he can. No, I mean, everyone can pull that way, but how strong are you? So,
that's what I'm saying. If you can put him past his shoulder, if you can put Jerry past his shoulder before he connects, I mean, you can get rid of Jerry pretty easy. It's just once he gets that shoulder commitment, it's a very weird pressure that he applies on your arm. It's very difficult because, I mean, we all know once you have the hand, you transition behind it. It's very hard to transition behind it once he's in there. You know what I mean? It's a very weird feeling.
Yeah. And were you surprised when he beat Gennady?
Man, y'all didn't do great on reffing that match. I love you guys, but that match had a lot of elbow fouls. So I don't know how it goes.
We made the pads bigger.
I would love to see that. I'd love to see that match again. I'd love to see that match again with the bigger elbow pads. I don't know if Jerry beats Gennady again.
Oh, okay.
Probably not.
Yeah,
probably not.
I don't think so.
Saying that now Jerry is ringing you. Just
Oh,
check
yeah,
your
yeah.
phone.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Of course, Jerry can't beat me either. So, right? I mean, gosh, you know.
Maybe he is thinking the same way you did. You said just you don't think that he can beat Gennady again. Maybe Jerry is gonna call you and he's gonna say, "I don't think you're gonna beat me again." You know.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe.
he says that all the time.
Oh,
Well,
he does?
nobody can trust. We can't trust what Jerry says. But yeah,
Okay.
so I think Jerry's going to win that match unless Georgie has enough strength to just put him out, push him past his shoulder right off the start. If he doesn't do that,
Yeah.
he's going to be. It's not going to be a good day.
And okay, let's go to very important match. All of them were important, but it's the match of God. John Brzenk versus Irakli Zrakashvili. Okay, what do you think, Kydirgali?
Kydirgali, как ты думаешь, Иракли, Зиракашвили и Джон Брзенк?
Tell him that as of now, Irakli is walking around 110 kilo.
Иракли сейчас весит где-то 110 килограмм. Как ты думаешь, кто выиграет?
Я не боролся с Ираклием, не знаю, он как будет бороться. Ну, видели бой. Джон Брзенк я боролся, он очень сильный, крепкий. Постоянно. Не знаю, как будет борьба. Ну, наверное, Джон выиграет.
Yeah, he said that I don't know exactly how stylistically it's gonna be. He never pulled Irakli himself, but he said that he thinks that John will still win.
Okay, John. Can you ask him when he pulled against John, what was the difference between round one and the rest of the rounds?
Kydirgali спрашивает тебя, какая конкретно разница была между первым раундом, ну, когда Джан выиграл, и остальными раундами, когда ты выиграл? Что изменилось?
Technically, did he do something different or John gassed out?
Ты технически что-то изменил или Джан просто устал?
Первый раунд, я раньше не боролся с Джоном, и не знал, как он бороться. Не контролирую бой. Ну, Джон сначала атаковал, я не мог подождать его. И в следующий раунд я первый начал атаковать. Так получилось.
Okay, he said that no, there was a difference. He never pulled John before, so he did not know exactly what to expect. So the first round, John was a little bit faster on the start and a go, and he gained a position and won. And then Kydirgali was faster, and he started to attack first, and that's what makes all the changes.
Okay, so his second round and the rest of the rounds, he attacked the right point
of the goal. Yeah,
faster. Yeah, okay, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael, how do you see
it's hard to vote against John. I think Irakli presents the same threat that Ongarbayev did in that Tarsi Bakken style back pressure attack on John's hand, and if John's shoulder isn't 100% healthy, I'm not sure he fights back from that position. If he gets cracked open, if John's wrist is strong enough to contain him, I think John all day. I think if Irakli busts his hand back like he did against Todd Hutchings, I think Irakli probably beats John, because I don't think John can apply the same amount of pressure unless the stem cells have built his shoulder to the point where, unless his shoulder is completely recovered back to what it was, 10, 20 years ago. I don't think John has the faith in his joint in his shoulder to apply that kind of pressure anymore. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, it's hard to bet against John, so you got to bet on John.
Yeah, I understand. And if we quickly also talked about what's going on lately about LaVon and Hermes and Zaur and Denis Shiplenko, like, what do you think about all this, Michael? Because
I haven't really been following everything. I did see the training with Zaur and Dennis, And like I did, I saw Czar beat Dimitri and Farid and those guys at the ANC thing. I've heard there's been some back and forth challenges or whatever, some smack talking. I want to see Hermes and LaVon because that's a match we've been looking forward to. I'd like to see Czar pull somebody in the top 10 that's not outside of Russia to see if he's as dominant as he looks like he is over there. And if he is, he should get the winner of Hermes and LaVon, in my opinion. You know, the guy's strong. He's a strong young man. I don't know. Him pulling.
How do you see Hermes and LaVon?
Just like Hermes says, if he cracks his wrist, he puts him in trouble. If he's not able to get that wrist to go back, we know that. We know that. But what's the possibility, in your opinion, this things to happen? What's Hermes weighing right now? Michael, I give you $5,000, but that is only for you to bet. Normally, I don't bet. I'm a Muslim, you know. I don't bet. But if you have $5,000, somebody gave you. Okay, I don't give you. But you're gonna use this money only for betting. Where do you bet? I bet on LaVon. I bet on LaVon. Yeah, with how much doubt in your mind? Not much, or? Well, I mean, someone gave me the money, so I have no risk. You know what I'm saying? I have a question. When LaVon beat Dave Sheffy, many people said that they wish that the match went to strap. But Hermes beat Dave Sheffy directly in strap and from the first round. So how do you do you think that it is anything like that shows that if Hermes gets a little bit stronger, there is a possibility when LaVon is going, Hermes to just somehow stop him? Yeah, it's definitely possible. Odds are LaVon's too strong. But in my opinion, this is what I've said from day one. To beat LaVon, you're going to have to go through probably the strongest hand that's ever existed in arm wrestling. But that's the path. Mm-hmm. You can't go toward him. You have to come. I mean, yes, he used to get beat in shoulder presses. He used to get caught on his bicep. I think those days are long gone. I think to beat LaVon, you have to beat his hand. And Hermes is one of the best top rolls out there. And the thing is, he's going to have to live or die on that outside top row move. He's going to have to commit to it like he's never committed. If he gets a slip, which is a big if he gets a slip and gets to the strap, he's going to have to risk getting his bicep torn. He's going to have to risk it. And if you're willing to risk it, and if the strength is close, I think Hermes is going to have the better endurance. I think Hermes is going to have what it takes. But those are big ifs, Yeah. When I saw 115 kilo Devon, when he jumped on with the shoulder pressure on Rudnick's bicep, Rudnick has very strong hook. But how effective he was, whenever he tried to do the same thing against LaVon, and then I realized that I don't think that anybody can really hook. And I don't think so. I mean, you hear John Brzezinski's like, I think I'd grab him low like he used to do Cleve Dean. I'm like, listen, this is a different animal. This is not a guy you grab low. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to beat this man's hand. And if you can't beat his hand, and that's what makes it such a difficult task, because he probably possesses the strongest hand arm wrestling's ever seen, right? Yeah. I mean, not only that, because his pronator, everything is just different. Different. The level of the super heavyweight today, I'm not talking about light and middle weights. In the past, there was very, very good guys that could even win today. Just say 2007, Arsene Liliev. I don't see anyone in 165 play beating him, not at all, not even close. But what I'm just trying to say that when John at the Golden Bear 98, first time when he tried against Alan Karayev, he held him low and he wanted to go and he got, flashed by Alan. And then in the final, even he was more tired, he came from B side, he still was able to top roll him. But whenever he low grip, and the low grip beating doesn't always work as it works against Cliff Dean, So And I was talking about this the other day. Is what has happened with technology and access to information? What used to take someone a decade to learn, a person can learn in 12 to 18 months now. if they're committed and they're training and they're training the right moves. You're not wasting energy on things that don't make you a better arm wrestler. You're focusing on the things that make you a better arm wrestler. It's just a different evolution of the sport, in my opinion. With the combination of super heavyweights being massively huge individuals, consistent gym training and gym exercise focused on arm wrestling has made the super heavyweight division something that's never been before.
Yeah, Michael. In the past, there was not this many old super heavyweight competition. Right now, it's like how many times a year a super heavyweight American was able to meet a super heavyweight from there? I'm talking now very early. There was not even really so many Eastern European super heavyweights. If we are talking about like early 90s, like 80s or something, So now look at the competition that all these big guys and I always believe one thing. It is the level of the competition that makes people better and better and better and better.
Without a doubt.
That is why American super heavyweights, because there is more money in super heavyweights, there is more attention. So American super heavyweights have been invited to this side of the world and still had the part of but the American lightweights, they always stayed there. They didn't come here and they were not specially invited. They were not like really, but now they are also coming. So I think, but while the European lightweights, every year, European Championship, World Championships, all those guys were competing against each other. They compete, learn, go back, they train different, they come back better. So that is because now the super heavyweight has this competition. And now the things are out of control, and the big competition. And Kydirgali, how do you see the super heavyweight? How do you see, for example, the Zaur, Faizulev, Hermes, Jerry, and LaVon? How do you see this? Like, what would be his top 5 ranking right now? Can you ask him?
Kydirgali спрашивает у тебя, как ты видишь, кто на какой позиции более-менее, если взять, например, супертяжей Заур, Пазилаев, LaVon Сагинашвили, Джерри Кадерет и Эрмес Гаспарини. Кто где находится? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Я могу первый поставить LaVon.
LaVon's number 1, окей.
Остальные Заур тоже очень хороший, но он не выносит, который сильнее спортсмен.
Окей.
Я выиграл, не знаю, как там. Форма сейчас. Он тоже хороший спортсмен, да, он тоже. Не знаю, поставить, но все лучшие там, которые вы сказали.
Ну, okay. Yeah, he said that, you named it, and LaVon is number 1. Those 3 are very good sportsmen. He said, I'm not sure about Zaur because we did not see him on open international arena. We just saw him closed in Russia. So he said, I don't exactly know where he is, but yeah. Jerry and Gasparini are, who knows, approximately the same. They're good athletes.
And does he think that what does he think the chance of Hermes against LaVon? Like, does he have chances, or he thinks that like no chance at all?
Как ты считаешь, Гаспарини и LaVon? Или у Гаспарини есть какие-то шансы, или у него нет шансов вообще?
Ну, Эльмесу, как эта форма, как у него сейчас, не знаю. Ну, хорошо, готовиться есть возможность сейчас.
Есть смысл готовиться? Okay. Okay. He said I'm not sure about who bring what form, but he said that he have to be ready, and it makes sense to get time for his preparation. In that sense, that yes, he have a chance. If he will be prepared right, he have a chance.
Okay. Yeah. Probably he's the one that deserves after his win against Dave Sheffield. right from the round one. I think that Hermes is the one that will deserve it. And what's your top 5 before we finish, Michael? Currently,
LaVon, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't put Jerry ahead of Dave Chafee. I can't. He's never beat him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't put Jerry ahead of Dave. So that just throws everything off.
Gennady beat Dave, and then Jerry beat. I mean, like,
that's what I'm saying. Everything, I can never put Jerry Kydirgali above Dave Chafee. I can't. Until he beats him, I can't put him ahead of him.
Even if Jerry now beats, just say, the guys that beat Dave, like if Jerry beats, just say, Morozov and Hermes. These guys, he already beat Gennady. These guys are the ones that beat Dave. Does he need to beat Dave to rank above Dave?
I understand what you're saying. And if he did beat someone, Morozov or Hermes, who just beat Dave, Hermes more so, in my opinion, then I would guess I would rank him higher than Dave. But I can't rank him higher on the Gennady match. There just was so many elbow fouls. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, although he has the world title from it, it's just watching the match for me. Like I said, I don't think he beats Gennady again. I think they run that match back on.
Do you think that Jerry was the only one that elbow fouled?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. But I'm just saying, it's not an accurate depiction of the match, in my opinion, because there's so much shit that went on that would have stopped the match, right? Like, regardless of who had which foul or who fouled first or whatever, letting the match, it was awesome entertainment. The match itself, entertaining, was very entertaining. It's just like, we're not going to call it fouls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's the nature of the beast right now. You, as a purist arm wrestler, you want everything to be as rigid as possible, but the spectators don't want to see that. So we're caught in this.
Yeah. So you are saying that even in that circumstance, like, do you think that Jerry didn't prove that he was at least as good as Gennady?
No, he's as good as Gennady. He's as good.
Yeah.
Dave Chafee was as good as Gennady the first 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
No. First 2 rounds is a different thing. You need to win the whole match. It doesn't work that way.
I understand that. I understand what you're saying.
I mean, according to this, you beat Puchkar or something, in the last time you met him.
No, he beat me the first 2 rounds.
Oh, okay. He beat you first, then you beat him.
Then I beat him 2, and then he beat me 2.
Yeah. I remember. If he didn't figure out that the dead is shoulder pressure.
Nah, if he would have went to that dead wrist press, and they weren't, and that was Rick. Those are strict rules. He got the elbow foul, saved him. Him purposely fouling saved him. You know what I mean? To get the restart, so I had to catch his hitting. And that's part of the strategy.
That was the rule, Yeah.
I mean,
but he was afraid to try this because of his experience from before that. He tried that one, it didn't work. But at that point, he had no chance, no other chance, opportunity than this one. He tried, and
it worked. And here's the thing. I was so stupid. I should have just caught the elbow. As soon as he went for it, I should have just elbow fouled off and got a restart. But I never think about purposely fouling. I never think about it.
But I think that once he put that shoulder, I think that after that point, even you get a foul or something, he was naturally bringing you here anyways. But he just couldn't feel it.
I mean, it might have worked. Who knows? I mean, I'm just saying, I didn't give myself every possible opportunity to win because I didn't take the intentional foul, and that's part of strategy. That's part of arm wrestling. I've always just been, I want to win, and I'm always fighting till the very end, and I forget about fouling. I'm like, oh shit, I should have fouled. And then now, with Arm Wars and WL, fouls didn't save you. Fouls, you just had to win the match still. So getting a foul now never really helped me. I mean, I don't know. I like East versus West. I like what you're doing. The bigger elbow pads, that's cool. I've never arm wrestled on those. I mean, I've had the 7x9s, which is so funny because people are like, oh, you're only good at WAL. I'm like, well, the only time I've ever been pinned by Jerry Kydirgali this decade was WAL. He never pinned me in UAL on 7x7 pads, right? And then they want to say, well, your shoulders below the table. I'm like, well, that wasn't a foul then. It's like you're trying to put today's rules on matches that didn't have those rules. You know what I mean? The foul of the Kings move has changed. So the wins that I had previously, were under those rules. Those were legit wins. The rules are different now. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited about arm wrestling. I'm excited about pulling this young man right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the best I possibly can.
You have 5 centim back at the WAL. Here you have 1 centim. Yeah, from the back side.
Yeah, but you also have the front. See, the people forget that I have that really fat shoulder.
But front, yes. But for you, the part that you care is the one that's from the back side.
My press allows me to come forward.
Yeah. I mean, if you do the timing wrong, if you did the timing right, it doesn't really matter. Once you get on the tired bicep of your opponent, the 1 centim or 1 centim, you usually finish it anyways. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited. Who knows, man?
Listen, Michael. I like you very much. I respect you very much. But when you come here, we really need to, in a transparent way, we need to really talk about this so that you and we will not argue about it. Even in the Devon Larat match, they gave that foul very late.
Very late.
Yeah, they were not even giving. I called the Turkish referee. I said, "Why are you not giving?" And then he gave. And I was like, I thought I just sit down with Devon and we watch. And I said this. He said, "You are totally right, Amy. It should have been called long before." And this is exactly Devon said. It should have been.
Devon didn't care. Devon just wanted to put the lead on him. He just wanted to fatigue. He just wanted to fatigue Prudnik. He didn't care if he got fouled.
I don't understand. We talk right before the event very clearly. This is okay. Once this is not okay. This okay. This is not okay. This match, it was even like this. Anyway, so it is not about Devon or something. I just want the rules to be applied. People also blames me when Prudnik on round 1, if it was pin or not. But I also talk at the referees meeting. I said, even if it is 1 centim above the pad, any slip is strapped. We told it. I didn't know who's gonna do that. If it is gonna be Prudnik, if it's gonna Devon or another match. We said any slip is a strap. But even from the camera and down we couldn't see that because referee's head or something that it was on the way. We didn't see it. And I don't know if it was pin or not, but it was very close. Even if it would give pin, nobody would argue. But he said it wasn't pin, so we couldn't,
Okay, so on that note, are there going to be fouls in a referee's grip? Because there were no fouls in the referee's grip in Devon versus Prudnik. Are there going to be fouls? Because I heard, I wasn't there. I was told that you told them not to foul him in a referee's grip. Because there's no point in a referee's grip, but there's no fouls.
No. We didn't say like that, Michael.
I'm just saying that's what I was told.
No, we said because of the small movements, don't foul out people. Just tell them to not do. If you see that they don't listen to you, they take advantage of your good intention, then foul him. This is exactly what I said. But there, I didn't see really application. I'm not talking about this specific match, but I want the match to start at the center, right here, in the center. Okay. Yeah, I don't want here, and I don't want anyone to also come up and then do this either. But it needs to be from both sides. And I don't want to get involved, but we need to, maybe we just give warning at the referee's grip, and then another warning and a foul, so that the guy will have more chances to,
I mean, that's cool. As long as I know what the rules are going into the match, I'm fine. Yeah. So what about shoulder across the center of the table?
There should be a foul. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Good. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. Anyways, everything will be fine. And then I always say, the athlete from East or West or Japan or the Africa or Canada or America or Georgia, Kazakhstan, it doesn't matter. We all are brothers and sisters in arm wrestling. And I want the rule to be applied. Like I want even ref go up there and ref, but I have thin skin. I will get crazy if you understand. So I just try to stay away. Yeah. But I would ref very good, trust me, because I know arm wrestling, and I can feel bad intention. I can feel who is doing what, everything. And
Right.
I have dominant personality, and I run this event, and I don't want people to talk bad about this event. So I would just make sure that the athletes would listen to me and just do and compete according to the rules and everything. Anyways,
Right. Hey,
thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining and
yes, sir.
sharing. And Kydirgali, thank
Take
you.
care, buddy.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See, look at the arm. It doesn't look small.
Take care, guys. Y'all be good.
Paulo, thank you very much, my friend, for
No
helping
problem,
as
Engin.
always.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Go and win the qualification event, my friend.
All of them?
No. Just one.
Okay. Will do. Thank you. Bye, Engin.
Thanks to everyone for
Take care.
watching us.
Bye-bye.
Thank
You'll
you.
take
Bye-bye.
care, yeah.
До свидания, ребята. До свидания.
Огромное.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Bye-bye.
Ой.